Hey guys, welcome back for another video, or welcome if you are new. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my clean at Sephora best recommendations. Now, I'm doing this in conjunction with the Sephora sale. You guys always want to hear my recommendations. I've made tons over the past years on my LTK, my Instagram, as well as here on YouTube, but I haven't really collectively put all my favorite clean products together. Now, I personally, to be honest, do not have any commitment to using clean makeup. I just like good makeup. So these products, I can promise you, are going to be from clean brands at Sephora, which let's just recognize right now that clean is a very subjective term. So it might not mean the same to everyone, but these are brands that are considered clean at Sephora. These are my favorite products from those brands. So that's going to be what my recommendations are for the Sephora sale this year. I believe the Sephora sale starts April 4th, 2025, and that is for Rouge, and then it goes to the other levels. Now, it's not, honestly, it's not a huge discount. Everyone gets 10% off for the sale, which isn't a ton, but it is a little bit of something. Usually I try to keep my Sephora recommendations to products that are Sephora specific or brands that you can only get from Sephora or directly from their brand, of course. That way, it's kind of worth it. Otherwise, you can probably find a better sale or coupon elsewhere. So these brands are clean at Sephora. They're beautiful, beautiful products. They're products you're going to be able to buy clean, but they're not going to sacrifice an incredible makeup day. I'm wearing them all on my face today. We're going to apply them as we chit chat about them. So if you like videos like that, give it a thumbs up. If you find it helpful, subscribe to my channel, visit me on Instagram, and let's get started. Got my hair back and we are going to get started. I have all the products here in my bag because I've been using them. I'll kind of give you guys a little sneak peek here. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to talk about the products as I use them so we can kind of do a little get ready with me too. Those are my personal favorite videos to watch, learning about products, but also seeing them applied. But that's just because I'm a makeup junkie. So you can let me know in the comments if you do or do not like that video, but that's what we're doing today. So we're going to start off by talking about primer. I don't always use primer. I don't think it's an absolute necessity, but if you do, there are a couple that I do like. This will come as no surprise. The Milk Hydro Grip Primer is a clean primer. I'm just going to preface that. I said that already, but I'm going to say it one more time. Clean is very subjective, so take it for what you will. These are all brands that are clean at Sephora. That's what they say. The Milk Hydro Grip Primer is really good, and I do like this. This can sometimes break me out for some reason, but the Milk Hydro Grip and Glow Primer, I love this, and I did not expect to love it. So these are really good. And then I do have one more honorable mention, which I'm not going to use today. But when I'm really self-tan and my face is not, the bronzing drops I've used are all very patchy and I don't like them. This is the Cali Ray Sun Drip Skin Boosting Peptide Serum Bronzer. And I actually use this as like a bronzing drops, and I kind of spread it all over my face, and it is absolutely beautiful. I've never actually used it as a cream bronzer though. Oh, maybe we'll do that today. I don't know. I just read the label and realized it's actually a serum bronzer. So anyway, those are the primers that I would recommend if you're looking for a clean one. Today, I am going to use the Milk Grip and Glow. It's very metallic. It's very gold. And looking at it, you would be like, absolutely not. But I promise you, it looks beautiful underneath foundation. It doesn't make me break out. It doesn't clog my pores. It doesn't break my makeup up, which is kind of surprising because a lot of stuff with this much shimmer in it will often, but this one does not, and I love it. It's grippy just like the Hydro Grip, but it's got the glow. Call me crazy, but I like it. If you have oily skin but you want a really glowy look, this would be a great option for you because it is going to be really good at oil controlling without drying the skin out, but it's going to give you that glow that's not oil, if that makes sense. So if you have oilier skin, I definitely recommend this one. If you like glowy makeup but have oily skin, if you like glowy makeup and you have normal dry combo skin, I would definitely recommend this. Also, if you have more mature skin, I would recommend this. Okay, I'm gonna kind of set these aside here, and we are gonna go and do some brows real quick while this kind of sets in. So I always buy drugstore brow products. I don't find that high-end brands really do anything that I feel like makes them worth the price tag. I will say though, and lucky for us, Kosas makes some of the best brow products ever. I don't know why. I don't know how. They're not entirely revolutionary in terms of the type of product or the formula, but I love them. I love them. So if I'm going to buy brow products from Sephora, it will absolutely be from Kosas. And to make it even better, they are a clean brand as well. So, and the thing is like all these brands that I'm talking about are clean at Sephora. So technically you could go and buy any product from their line and it would be a clean product. These are the ones that I've tried and really, really enjoyed and loved, and I'm recommending to you. They do have a lot of products, and we actually have a couple other Kosas products to talk about. They also have foundation and concealer. They have a color corrector. They have like a skin tint. It's all very, very good, but I pick the products that I absolutely love the most. So they're brow products. So they have a tinted brow gel with fibers in it. I love, but I'm actually going to use a pencil. So I picked their clear gel. This is their air brow. This is so good. And then this is their brow pop. I love this. This is one of my favorite brow pencils I've ever used. I don't talk about it very much because it's expensive. But I did notice that MCO Beauty has made a dupe, and it is top notch. But that's not what we're talking about today. So I'm going to use that. And then I do want to talk about also, I really love, for a very laminated look, my brows are laminated. Well, it's kind of wearing off now, but when they're laminated, I can just use a gel just to kind of set everything down. But when they're not laminated and I want a laminated look, the Refi Brow Sculpt Brow Lamination Gel, or whatever this is wonderful. It's the one that kind of comes with the brush. And MCO Beauty actually made a dupe of this, and it's also good. So anyway, we are going to go ahead and start with the brow. My brows don't take me too long, especially when they're kind of laminated. I usually just underline the bottom of my brow, fill in any sparse areas, and then I'll do like a couple little lines up front, and then I just take the spoolie and brush it up into the brow. And if it doesn't quite cut it, I'll get a little bit more, but usually it's plenty. So this one is a drier formula, so it doesn't go on super heavy, but it goes on easily. Like, I'm not scratching my brow by any means, but it's just a little bit drier, which I think makes it also last a long time. I don't personally have a lot of issues with my brow products not lasting, but the thing about it is because it's drier, it's not going to move around. It doesn't, like, if you accidentally touch your brow with a little foundation or with your finger, it doesn't like wipe away the product. Creamier products can sometimes do that, and that's really frustrating because I don't particularly love enjoying doing my brows, so I'm not really, looking to do them a second time. Okay, that's it. That's all I do. I love this. And the thing about this is, let me show you. I haven't really been showing you the products. Sorry. I love the shape of this brow pencil. So it's kind of like a triangle, but it's very micro. It's tiny. I used to use one from Wet n Wild that I love. It's still very, very good. It's like $4 maybe. That's like this shape, but it's huge. This one is small, so it gives you a lot of accuracy and precision still. So, and then I'm just going to go in with this clear air brow. I love the brushes on these because they have so many bristles. They really get the hair and kind of separate all the brow hairs out. And it just makes the brow look fuller and a little bit more naturally full versus filled in. Okay, those are the brows. Now we're going to move on to the complexion. So I want to talk about a couple different complexion products. Like I mentioned, Kosas does have a foundation and it's good, but I like this one more. This is the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. This foundation is gorgeous. Now, this is a hydrating foundation, and I do have to touch it up a couple times throughout the day because I have oily skin, and this does get a little shiny on me, but it's very easy to touch up. I just blot it with a tissue, and a lot of times I don't even add more powder or anything like that. So this foundation is so good. It's hydrating, it's smoothing, it has good coverage. It just looks absolutely gorgeous on the skin. And this color in particular, I think this is 160 Light Cool. This is a beautiful light olive shade. I don't know why it says light cool, but it is a light olive shade, and it is my absolute most perfect match for my complexion. Now, that is a foundation. If you want something that's a little bit more lightweight, that kind of like a skin tint, I would go with one of these tinted SPFs. This is the Tower 28 Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF tinted sunscreen. This is really good. It has light to medium coverage, so it has great coverage. It also has SPF 30 in it. And it's just so good, and it's really affordable, and it's clean, so we love that. And then this one is top tier. This is a little bit pricier though. CL's whole brand is clean and it's SPF sun protection base. So everything has SPF in it, which is cool. I personally wear SPF no matter what products I wear, but this is a great product. If you want to if you take this like with you on vacation, if you're gonna have a lot of beach, pool, lake days maybe, and you like to throw a little something on your skin, this would be a great product to do this. But this also wears very well if you want to wear it as a foundation. So I highly recommend all of those products, but we are going to use the House Labs today. So I'm actually going to put 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use a BK Beauty 115 brush, and I'm going to put this all over the face. I will say the other thing I really like about House Labs is they have an incredible shade range. They have so many shades of foundation. You are absolutely going to be able to find your shade. I don't know if the descriptions are very accurate, so I would definitely, like, if you can, go in store and like look at the shades, put them on the back of your wrist and see which one complements you better. But I mean, like, look at this. This is one of the best matches I have ever seen for me when I'm not self-tan. Armani and Dior have kind of like a medium olive shade that is, it is my absolute perfect match when I'm self-tanned. But obviously it's too dark for me when I don't have any tan. And right now I don't have any tan on. I mean, I have some on my arms just because I'm naturally just outside all the time. But my neck and chest don't have any tan. And this is just the perfect match. It just looks so good. I'm just going to put this all over. This is such a beautiful foundation. It's got a gorgeous, like, silky, I would say silky texture. I don't know how else to explain it. Definitely a silky texture, and it just glides over the skin. It gives good coverage. You could certainly wear a little bit less if you wanted less coverage. I would say it gives a good medium coverage. It gives great coverage, but it's not heavy, or it doesn't cover up everything. Like, you can still kind of see my freckles. You can really see that extra glow coming in from that milk primer too. So cream blush, cream bronzer, and concealer is what we have next. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my concealer and then let that kind of set down a little bit, and then we'll do blush and bronzer. So my favorite concealer at Sephora that is clean is the Tower 28. I do like the House Labs. I think it's excellent, but this one is just better. I love this. I recommend this to so many people because a lot of my clients are a little bit older than me. I think this works very well for more mature skin. So I recommend this to so many people, and I use it on myself. So highly recommend this product. Okay, that seems to be plenty. I'm getting excited and I'm putting on a ton of concealer. Okay, for cream bronzer. So you know what? We're going to do half and half today. I'm going to do half with this one and half with this that I just realized is actually a serum bronzer. My favorite bronzer, though, is the LYS. Now, I am holding the LYS foundation stick in a darker color, but they have a bronzing contour stick as well, and it is very good. Now, this is a clean brand. Remember that. All of these products are clean, so I have lots of other favorites from Sephora, but these are specifically my favorite clean at Sephora products. This is their foundation stick, and I get it in the shade DN5, and I absolutely love it for a cream kind of contour bronzer look. So I'm going to go ahead and do the nose with both, though. Like so, okay? Yeah, they're so creamy. A little bit goes a long way. I do have a shade in my foundation shade, and I do like it, but there is something about it that I absolutely love for like cream bronzing. It's just this color. It's a little bit more of like an olivey dark undertone, and I think that's why I like it. But their bronzing sticks are incredible also. To me, they're equivalent. So I've talked about the LYS bronzers before, so I figured I'd talk about something different this time. I'm going to put a little bit of this on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to take my brush, and I'm going to do a little pre-blending, and then okay, it's very light. Not in terms of necessary color, but just like pigmentation. Okay, it really does look so pretty though. They only have one shade of this. This obviously is not going to work if you have darker skin than I do, because this is barely showing up on me. It's beautiful and I love it, but I definitely prefer to use it as more of a bronzing drop. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more of this. I would say Tower 28 and Cali Ray are probably my top 2 favorite clean brands. Like if you're going to buy something from just one brand, I would get it from one of those brands. They're just so good. Let's do some blush. Now, there are lots of blushes that I love. This has been my current absolute favorite clean cream or liquid blush formula from Sephora. This is the Cali Ray Blurring Blush. I have this in 3 shades. I love it. This is in the shade Sublime, and they are very, very pigmented. They're a very like thick, moussey in the best, most flattering way texture, and I absolutely like love these. Like I said, I have them in 3 shades, which is probably not necessary, but I love them, and I use all 3 shades. I think they come in 5 or 6 shades. I know that I think they have 3 lighter than this shade, and I think they have 2 darker, so 6 shades. 2 darker, which is wonderful, and I definitely feel like you can find your shade regardless of your skin tone. Cali Ray is not a huge brand, but the products that they do have are so incredibly good. They do not have a foundation. They do have like a color corrector concealer, but they don't have it in a ton of shades because it's supposed to be a corrector. They don't have a foundation though. They used to have like a SPF like skin tint, so I'm hoping they come out with a foundation because their products are always 10 out of 10. Look at that. Look at that. Chef's kiss. Okay, I'm going to take this brush here. I'm going to start blending out that nose contour. This is so pigmented, and I always use way, way too much on my nose. And blend out the concealer. I'm just going to use my sponge here. Good morning. Okay, sorry about that. I film these. I do most of my filming in the morning before I go to work, and my kids were not up yet, so I got Weston situated and gave him his breakfast. Let's set the face now. So by far my favorite clean powder at Sephora is by Amicole. This powder is good. I have raved about this for years. It is a beautiful powder. Every time, I mean, I try so many products that sometimes I don't use products that I really love for a long time. And so going through my collection and getting all my favorite clean products, I'm like, oh my gosh, this powder is so good. It does, and the wonderful thing is, it does come in, I believe it comes in 3 shades. It comes in a translucent, which I'm using. It comes in like a banana shade, and it also comes in a coppery shade, which is fantastic. I do think it's translucent. I've used this on some really tan and leaning darker skin tones, and it's worked great. But I would definitely recommend the banana one if you have like really deep skin. It's soft. It looks gorgeous on mature skin. It looks beautiful on dry skin. I have oily skin, and I still like it. Now, granted, I will have to touch this up. A combination of the foundation and this powder, I will have to touch this up a little bit throughout the day, but it touches up beautifully, so I'm not too worried about that. It's absolutely worth it. I'm going to put this right up underneath the eyes. 2 things. 1, this is going to set my concealer in place so it's not going to crease. It always creases right underneath those lower lashes the most. And that's on anybody, not just me. And then the other thing is too much moisture on the under eyes and your mascara will smudge. So you want to make sure you always put powder all the way up underneath those lashes. Like, look at that. It just looks, oh my goodness, it looks flawless. This is just a fun video to do. Okay, we're going to go ahead and finish the complexion, and then we'll move on to eyes and lips, which unfortunately is a much smaller category. I would say by far my favorite bronzer at Sephora is by Kosas. This is the Escape the Sun Show. This is the Sun Show bronzer in the shade Escape. Now, this is a baked bronzer formula. This is beautiful. I think they have like 8 shades in this, which is amazing. This one is a little dark for me right now, but that's okay. We're going to pretend that it is not. And we're just going to do a little bit of it. So I'm just going to put a little bit over top of where we did the cream bronzer. This leaves a beautiful glow, but it does not give any sparkle by any means. So it's very flattering on the skin. I have oily skin. I have some texture on my skin, especially like just larger pores and just texture in general. And I don't find that this emphasizes it at all. And since we don't really have eyeshadow, I'm just going to go ahead and put some in my crease. Like so. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. And it just looks so beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, there are blushes that I love from Sephora. One of the products that will be in my wish list is a clean blush that is brand new. Obviously, I do not have it, but I did go ahead and just pick the Kosas Blush is Life, and this is their baked blush formula. This is in the shade Adrenaline, right? Yes, Adrenaline, and this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. So I'm just gonna, this shade's pretty pigmented. They're all pretty pigmented, actually. Sometimes baked blushes are a lot more sheer and you build them up, but these are not, so just be aware of that. But they are such a pretty soft, easy to blend formula that even if you do apply a little bit much, it's just a little extra blush and it blends out really nicely. It's beautiful. Haus Labs also has a bronzer and a blush formula that I really, really love. Haus Labs is a lot more expensive, even more expensive than Kosas, so I just picked these because I love them and I love the baked formula of it all. So anyway, I love these, but there are other ones that I enjoy as well. Okay, next thing we're going to do is setting spray. So I have all this beautiful cream and then I've set it all with powder. I want to marry everything together. I want to give myself a really nice, fresh, skin-like finish. Setting spray is going to do that. This is by far the best setting spray. This is probably one of my top 5 setting sprays, but it is my #1 setting spray in terms of a clean one. This is the Cali Ray Surf Proof Setting Spray. Clean, hydrating, and long wearing. 100% this is long wearing. This is also hydrating. It feels beautiful on the skin. It's not greasy. It does not make your skin oily. It does not make your skin matte, but it also doesn't make your skin a lot shinier. I find that this does not change the finish of your makeup. It prolongs your makeup and it's absolutely humidity proof. Don't know how or why. We don't ask questions. We just enjoy the products. Absolutely amazing. I love, love, love. And the mist on this is very soft and fine, so you're going to have to spray your face a couple more times than you might think because it doesn't disperse a ton of product at once, which I personally love because sometimes setting sprays are so aggressive and you like accidentally do too much. Let's see. I don't have a clean highlighter. There are Elia has one that's pretty, but with the products that I have, like that primer especially, I don't really need a highlighter. I am going to put a highlighter that is not clean. This is from Essence. This is like $4, and I'm going to put it on my nose because that is a place I do need to have some highlighter. And then I'm also just going to take my finger and I'm going to put it on my eyelid. Like I mentioned, I do not have eyeshadow, which, I mean, there are clean eyeshadows out there, but I don't know. There aren't any that like absolutely steal me away, which I'm not a crazy eyeshadow lover in general. So I am going to do a little bit of eyeshadow eyeliner, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have finished the eyes. Now we're going to go in with mascara. I am going to curl my lashes real quick and share with you my favorite clean mascara. A little scary, curling my lashes while I talk. Okay, 2 mascaras I love. The Cali Ray is in my drawer, and I don't feel like getting it. The Cali Ray is a tubing mascara. It is absolutely 100% waterproof. It is beautiful on the lashes, but it comes off like a tubing mascara. So all you have to use is warm water, hot water, whatever is comfortable for you. I usually just take it off in the shower, let it run on my eyes, and you can literally wipe it off your lashes. It's incredible. You can wear it in the pool. You can wear it anywhere, and it's not going to smudge. It's not going to flake. It's a beautiful, beautiful product. If you want a mascara that comes off like a traditional mascara, the Tower 28, what is this even called? Make Waves mascara, and I use the shade Jet, which is black, and I love this. Now, I love a wand that looks like that. Love it. Absolutely love it. This is an old tube of it, and it's kind of drying out, so it's not going to give me the full effect, but it's still, even with that said, it is still the best mascara. And you know what's kind of interesting is I have actually a dupe planned for this. It's not a clean dupe, so that unfortunately is not going to happen, but it is a drugstore mascara that came out a little while ago, and I just got around to trying it because it's been in my drawer since it came out, and it's got the same wand. It's got a very similar formula, and I love it, and it's cheaper. but it's not clean, so kind of irrelevant to you guys. But if you don't follow me on Instagram, I do a lot of short form like dupes, little tips and tricks, stuff like that on my Instagram. I usually try to post them on shorts here on YouTube also, but Instagram I post all the time. So if you want to see me or hear from me more often, then follow me on Instagram. So the eyes are done. Now we're going to move on to lips. Now I do not have a clean lip liner just because I couldn't find one in my collection. A lot of my lip liners come from the drugstore, so basically I just picked a high-end lip liner. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil, and this is in the shade Liar. Let me tell you, when I say I love this color and this formula, I love this color and this formula. It is so good, and it's going to go perfectly with the lipstick that I have to show you. Lip liner is on. I do love that if you want a high-end one, but it's not clean. Now, one of my favorite lipstick colors is from a clean brand, and this is from Merit. This is the Merit, let me see, oh my gosh, Signature Lip Lightweight Lipstick. This is in the shade Baby. This color, I have owned this for 2 years, I think now, 2 or 3 years, and I love it. It is a beautiful, cool-toned, nude mauve shade. It is so it's pink but not bright. It's nude but it's not warm at all, which I love it. I absolutely love this shade. It's very sort of 90s, I think, inspired. So if you want a lipstick, I highly recommend those. They have several shades. They have a lighter shade actually in a very similar undertone that I might grab for the Sephora sale because I love this so much. And I do also love the formula. It is so creamy. It's pigmented. It feels so comfortable and lightweight on the lips. It's a satin finish, so you can kind of see that it's a little glowy. And then my favorite lip gloss formula of all time from Sephora is the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Gloss. Their line smoothing products truly do work. Oh, and that was the other thing. An honorable mention for foundation is the new Forget the Filler foundation from Lawless. I have been using that. It's very new to my collection, so I can't necessarily put it in the video and say I highly recommend it, but I do really like it. I love it, and it gives even more coverage than the House Lab. So that is definitely something, if you want to try something new, switch it up a little bit, I do recommend that. Anyway, love this lip gloss. This is in the shade Daisy Pink, and this is just such a pretty milky pink gloss. It just gives my lips the juiciest shine. Look at that. There is the makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my recommendations. If you pick any of these up, I hope you absolutely love them as much as I do, or even more than that. If you have any clean products from Sephora that you absolutely love that I did not talk about today, be sure to leave those down in the comments so that I can check it out and try some of them if I haven't already. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to never miss any of my uploads, as well as give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Be sure to follow me on Instagram if you want to see content on a regular basis. I don't get to post here quite as often. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.